they didn't want Vertigo to know that they planned on using Taka. So we'll see how they utilize him.
Absolutely. So there we go. We're getting into the match. Just about ready to get started here. And up there they go. We're in. So now you got Vertigo this time on the blue team, and that's they've picked up. Oops, got a little bit of a hiccup here. This actually seems to be a slight bug in the game. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. So this is it. Vertigo 1, Gankstars 0. But this second match is going to be super exciting. The team comps, I'm going to have to say, very, very, very strong on both teams. You've got a lot of advantages. You've got a lot of early game dominance. You know, you got the Spitfires and poke. A lot of poke out of Vertigo, but you have a lot of sustain and close encounter fighting. You have a lot of in and out fighting. The ability for both Taka and Sky to jump into a fight and then jump out is definitely something to be concerned with.
That's true. And I was just talking about Kestrel being in the lane, but I forgot that they had Scarf. Scarf's of course going to be in the lane. Kestrel and Taka are going to duel it out here in the jungle. They're both going weapon power, and it's a crystal fight up in the lane with Sky and Scarf.
Yeah, so this is going to be really exciting. Fredboy does have the ability to poke, but Coeds is so quick at moving in and out, able to apply a lot of pressure and damage. So you could definitely tell that they are going to want to vindicate themselves. That was a very, very tough loss. They were so close. I'm pretty sure they had it. They thought they had it, and then Vertigo takes it away. Now Vertigo's got to show. Oh, we actually got a kill. Victrix Mortalis actually goes down in the jungle. So the Adagio Taka, early game, they take out both Kestrel and Josh on Vertigo. So both Fortress and Kestrel going down, and now they're going right for the back. This is not one you want to see if you're Vertigo.
No, Dragon, yeah. Victrix was getting a little bit of damage in on Haboni early there, but then Excelsior was able to close the distance. Gonna go down this time to the double weapon blade of Victrix Mortalis. But Coeds is moving into their jungle as well. It's still going to be a 2-on-3 at the very least if they want to fight this.
Yeah, and you know, smart play by Vertigo. They decide not to chase. You see a lot of smart teams. They know when to chase and when not to chase. So they did lose a little bit of gold here, but at least they know. But they actually catch Sky and Hoboni kind of caught out, but Josh taking so much damage, and he goes down. Coed single-handedly able to go down. You see the scout trap almost takes him down. Both Sky, Coeds, and Victrix Mortalis going down. This is going to allow Fredboy to really extend his lead in the farm lead in the lane. He's actually just a little bit ahead, and now you see him kind of taking a substantial lead, moving into 20. But you see, Excelsior does not want this. He's going to go right after Fredboy.
He's probably not going to be able to put enough damage on there. And unfortunately, Victor's missed a couple of glimmer shots there when Coeds was closing on Josh. Probably could have got Coeds down if he had landed those 2 glimmer shots, but he was moving forward with that forward barrage, so it's a moving target.
Yeah, so Vertigo almost was able to trap them with that early team fight, but it did go in favor of Gankstars by 1 kill. So pretty good job, though, by Victrix to at least get 1 kill out of there. But you're seeing Taka Adagio doing such a phenomenal job at kind of jumping in with the fights. You see it right here again, and they're going right for Fortress. They know Fortress can be annoying, so they want to try to avoid it. Josh trying to get out of there. Oh, they get the stun, though. Great job by Victrix Mortalis. One more shot, and he could get Excelsior able to get down, in the nice heal buff coming out of Adagio prevents that kill. So close, and this is what we were talking about, as how very effective. And you see Sky almost coming in there. Excelsior trying to go for the attack. He's going to get away. You have to imagine that Gankstars really wanted those kills, but so did Vertigo. Vertigo almost taking a kill onto Excelsior. That would have been a very good swing for them in the jungle. Again, instead, though, Gankstars is able to continue pressuring them and stealing the farm.
And Dragon Victor's handled that very well. Got his shots in when he needed them. Backed off when Excelsior was out of his range. Gangstar's going with a very similar strategy to last game. They're being early aggressive, and I think it's a little more conducive now with the Taka and Adagio comp that they've got going. It's helping them with this pushing into the enemy jungle. They're going to do it again right now. It looks like they're jumping right onto Josh.
And Josh, the double stun again, though, by Victrix Mortalis. Does he get Taki? Does not, though, because all 3 heroes from Gankstars were down in the lane, and all of them ganged up on him, took him down so fast. Guy so able to quickly melt a player, no matter how much shield you've got.
There's a lot of dominance on behalf of Gankstars.
Oh, you're breaking up there, B-Man.
We can't forget that.
All right, a little bit of crackling happened there. We'll fix him up here in just a second. audio, but as we continue this match, Fredboy, though, able to stay in the lane and farm, but he is actually way behind Sky and farm, even though he's managed, really didn't rotate a whole lot. That's because Sky's able to rotate down and take their jungle. How's it sound now, B-Man? Let me check.
Let me check. Try talking again. Does it sound
much
all right?
better. Yep, sounds perfect.
Okay. All right. Yeah, just let me know.
Not a problem.
What I was saying is that Fredboy is probably going to be able to get his build up really nicely because he's farming successfully in the lane.
Yeah, one of the things that Sky has in the lane, though, is the ability to clear farms so quickly, and that's why you're seeing the Sky's rotation is absolutely a nightmare. But you're going right at him. You're seeing the glimmer shots. They're trying to get him. They cannot. They're trying to get that kill because Coeds continues to farm so fast and rotate that they realize they need to take him out before they can start rotating down in the jungle. It was not successful. Coed's able to get in there, but oh, you see Fredboy getting a little bit of a gank by Excelsior. Vertigo doing a good job, though, at rotating around.
Almost paid for that, but he was able to escape on that.
Yeah. Excelsior didn't have a buff from Adagio, so you have to imagine there was a little bit of hesitation. They don't pop the scout trap, though, so I don't know if Excelsior knew it was there, but he definitely tried to poke in there a little bit, ended up deciding not a good idea.
Victrix is using it to his benefit, though. He sees them coming through the bush. He lands a couple of glimmer shots on them, which is really hampering any chance.
Yeah, Gankstars definitely knew that scout trap was there. They probably saw it being dropped, and they just did not want to risk. Oh, Fredboy, though, taking a lot of damage, and he does go down, and there's just nothing Vertigo can do about it.
Yeah, 40% of the tough spot when it comes to one of your opponent or one of your partners rather being pinned down. He doesn't have an excellent peel. All he can really do is put a little bit of damage on to maybe get the kill if your carry is fighting him off.
Oh, and Victrix Mortal is again getting locked out. He keeps facing these heroes, and he gets this stun off, but just not in time. The buff and heal from Adagio is very strong. You see them applying a very similar tactic that you saw out of Vertigo last game is when these team fights start to swing very quickly when Adagio starts buffing because he's able to heal you up, and you think you've got the kill, but it just disappears. Yes, and B-Man's Skype connection is a little rough. I do apologize, guys. Just hang in there. He will do his best impersonation of Rice Krispies, and but I promise. No, you sound a lot better now.
Okay, all right. I don't want to upset the chat.
Oh, the chat will be fine. They've got a great game that they're watching. A little hiss, crackle, and pop isn't going to hurt anybody. So now Vertigo is just focusing on farm. They're actually fairly not starved. They're a little bit behind in gold, a 2k gold difference. All they need to do, though, is secure a few kills to try to get back into this. They're not down by an enormous amount. 12k to actually 13k is actually fairly reasonable, even though they don't have turn. They've down 2 to 9. Goes to show you that early game kills do not always mean a gold advantage.
No, it's still a very, very important between both teams. We don't have any turrets down. Excelsior going with that jump on a Fredboy again. Going to back off smartly. Everybody gets out of range of burst judgments. Well, actually, Victrix catches a little bit of the damage.
He does catch a little bit, but not a bad play by Team Vertigo to avoid what could have been an ace if they had gotten caught and stunned. So this allows Fredboy just to poke, but he's got to be careful because Excelsior able to do so much damage, as you saw right there with the buff from Adagio going in, shutting down Fredboy. There's nothing Fredboy can do. Josh caught out now by Sky. He's going to be taken down. Oh, he does pop a potion. He's rotating the other way. You see Victrix getting caught out, and that is almost the ace. And there it is. Ace by Gankstars. First ace of the game. This is going to allow them to push and take down this turret. Yeah, this is at least one turret. Probably put a little bit of damage on the second one. Yeah, unless Fredboy has anything to say with it, you're going to see him just focus on clearing the farm. Wow, his Spitfire able to handily delete that clear wave, so that's going to prevent any damage going on onto the second turret. Vertigo's not completely out of it, though. They're down by 5k now, so that's a substantial lead. The gold payout plus the turret pushing Gankstars farther, but and Adagio getting the Fountain. That first Fountain is going to be huge. I think Vertigo's got a turtle here a little bit. Without a Fountain on Josh, they're just going to really struggle to get back into the next team fight. Yeah, they are down a little gold. They were down a little gold in the first fight, too, but this is going to be a bit of a tougher situation because Excelsior is being very fantastic on the Taka here. Really knowing the limits of Taka's kit. Yeah, Gankstars wants to level this up. They want to even this series. They want to take it to a third match. They do not want to risk going down in 2. That's not what they came here to do. So they are, I think they did a good job in the draft. I think they got the comp that definitely is superior to what Vertigo has to offer. And Josh are just trying to take some farm. Oh, but it's going to be cleared and deleted. Coed's coming right in, doing exactly what he knew he could, stealing the farm, and Josh.
That's Gangstar's best idea right now, is to not even give them a second of breathing room. Fred Boy can get the minions in the lane, but if they keep the jungle entirely of their own, they're going to be able to push towards the final crystal smash here.
Yeah, this game is not out of sight for Vertigo, but it's definitely slipping away. And Gankstars, they have it in their grasp. They really just need to keep clearing the way, pushing, focusing on objectives here. Don't let Vertigo get back in. But Josh, he did build his fountain, so that is a very critical point. He was starved. Even though they were trying to starve Josh, he still was able to get enough gold. You saw him down actually trying to get those creeps in the jungle just to get to that point so that he could stay relevant. Because the level difference between him and Hoboni is really just one level. So he's not out of the Vertigo's not out of the game yet. It's just going to take one or two good team fights for them to get back into this.
And Vertigo is all building armor right now. They know the burst potential of the weapon power Taka. They're trying to at least stay out of that so they can sustain these fights a little longer. He's going to go in again on Victor's.
The biggest challenge here, you see the fountain being popped out of Vertigo. The biggest challenge here is the Shatterglass Broken Myth on Coeds. Sky is fed, and that is very, very dangerous if you're Vertigo.
It's a very nasty combo because Excelsior is able to get the early damage. Sky's going to get the later damage. They kind of got this whole fight balanced out. It's really going to be a strategy and positioning thing. Not taking a ton of damage off that. They're still in it as a result of that death from above. Victor's is going to go back.
Yeah, so Gankstars, they did apply a little bit of pressure, but they did not come out away with very much anything. No damage on the turret. And for Vertigo, that has to be good news. They've got to be very careful, though, because Coeds with that Broken Myth and Shatterglass could single-handedly take out a 2v1. Now you've got Victrix Mortalis and Josh, but here comes all of Gankstars. They're running in. Nice mist placed by Kestrel, Victrix Mortalis, knowing that he can potentially use that as a way of trapping down Gankstars. That's really going to be key here, is how can Victrix adjust his playstyle to basically lock down Gankstars from pressuring with his stun. That's going to be the key to this game.
Because they have to both eliminate Taka as an early threat and watch out for Sky. If they could catch Taka out before a teamfight breaks, is what they were trying to do right there. They weren't able to get enough damage on him. They split that death from above.
Oh, but even Kestrel gets the stun on them. Even though Kestrel does go down, this is actually Gankstars' fight to win. The Death from Bud's not there, but Taka can go in and take it out. You see, but Coed's taking a lot of damage. The Adagio heal buff, though, able to keep him in just a little bit longer. One of the things that they got to be careful is the Adagio support is going to start to fall off just a little bit. Oh, but they trap out Josh because, he doesn't have a lot of support items. He's got to focus a little bit on Crystal. So if he goes down and Vertigo has their whole team there, it actually could go in favor of Vertigo. So Gankstars really not pressuring their early game advantage, backing away a little bit. Vertigo's got a chance to get back into this match.
Well said. Yeah.
Wow, and Josh taking the forward barrage just a little bit too gutsy. Not a good play by him because he took it all to the face and he went down. Oh, but Coeds is going to get down. Coeds goes down. There's a lot of gold exchange there. You see Excelsior, though, going right after him. He's able to, with the Adagio buff, there's just nothing he can do. And there's the ace. Taka single-handedly able to shut them down without having the Fortress there and the team's vision. They just weren't able to predict that.
He got 6,000 gold down. That's going to be a nice payout for Victrix. He's going to get a nice gold bounty off of Coeds there. But the ace is very unfortunate. Was it an ace? Maybe it wasn't.
I don't know if it was an ace. I think Josh didn't get there in time. You do see, it was definitely an ace. And now Josh taking so much damage. Oh, he goes down too. And there's just nothing. I think he just, one of the hazards when you hang around the turret to try to get the turret aggro onto the enemy heroes, you usually run the risk of getting killed. You see a snipe coming out of Victrix Mortalis. You haven't seen too many snipes coming out of him. He's trying to save them. They just haven't been able to focus down Gankstars to a critical health. So not really an opportunity. There you saw just a snipe maybe to push him away. It's really a pretty short cooldown. And with the gold...
Now they're going to get something like more. I think we're going to see a big push coming up here. Crack is about to pop, so if they can get an ace, or even two two of Vertigo down before the Kraken pops.
Oh, and Coed's going right in there. Josh on Vertigo. Oh, it goes down right away. You see a lot of damage. Coed's almost going down. He does not go down. There's a moment where you wish you had that snipe. It is not available. But Fredboy and Vitrix can do a lot of poke. And you see, there you go. A heal has to come out from Adagio because Coed's, again, falling down to critical health. Excelsior, they do take the snipe. Nice snipe out of Vitrix Mortalis. I just think here that Vertigo is just not comfortable with this hero comp. I've never seen them play it, so this is something that maybe they're just not used to. They're definitely fumbling around a little bit. They're doing some good plays here, but ultimately, Excelsior is able to be very effective coming in there, taking him out. That's what you see Ataka ban is when you saw in the first game kind of out of Gankstars, because they know how critical with certain hero comps Ataka can be. They're playing it absolutely perfectly.
I would say Fortress is probably a big factor of why this has been a bit of a struggle for Vertigo. Taka and Sky are two guys you want to pin down, and with no real potential to do that. I mean, you could have chose Finn, but Finn has a very difficult skill shot to land for any sort of stun, so it was probably a safer call to go with Fortress, but he's more of an aggressive thing, and they've been on the defense, and when you're on the defense, Fortress isn't exactly your boy.
Yeah, and I really am sad not to have seen a Finn. I would have liked to, because that would have offered, I think it actually would have worked with this team comp against this hero. You see Hoboni taking a lot of damage, although the Dragon Breath coming in, Hoboni goes down. This is huge for Vertigo. As I said, if they can shut down Hoboni, and they do, down goes Excelsior. They're going to go right for the Kraken. Holy crap, Vertigo gets able to catch out. This guy's all by himself. You are going to see them going right for Kraken, but nice move by Coeds. He's going to go right for the turret. He knows that he can take this turret down, so this is probably a dangerous move for Vertigo. The minions there, the turret is going to go down, but Coeds now needs to be careful because they're going to come in absolutely on fire. Oh, they do, and they catch Coeds. This is not what Coeds wanted to do. Oh, but he takes down Victrix Mortalis. He is going to go down, but that was a very, very good move.
Huge damage coming out of Coeds on that. Brought down Victrix to just a second there.
So Vertigo needs to put the pressure. They need to take down
They're
this
definitely
turret.
going to get a turret.
Yeah, but they have to be so careful. You see Fredboy, if he can get a little bit of poke onto Excelsior, this is going to be very dangerous. Fredboy, he only has, and there you see him. He's going down. Can they get Excelsior? Oh, Excelsior able to dodge so much damage, and he doesn't go down. The heal from his box goes in. You see a snipe coming out. Doesn't take him down, though. Excelsior is able to take all of Vertigo 2v2, but the Kraken is still pushing.
A great move by Excelsior fighting on a sliver of light there. He did have the infusion and the breaking point. He just needed to last a little bit longer, and that's why it swung his way. They're going to take Kraken down before even a second turret falls. So a positive gold swing for Gankstars on that. They still have a almost 7,000 gold lead. That's a substantial lead. So team fights here, they're going to be very infused, and this is going to be a nasty fight. Vertigo's going to need to catch somebody out again. I think in a 3-on-3 fight right now, Gankstars is going to have the advantage.
Yes, they definitely will. Frostburn, you see it coming out onto Coeds. He's got the slow, Broken Mist, Shattered Glass, and an Aegis. He actually reflex blocks across all of Team Gankstars. And with Vertigo, they do got the shield. They're just not able to output a lot of damage at this point. They focused on defense. They had to start turtling. But that was really good. That actually favored in favor of Vertigo. They were behind in gold, so they got the bounty payouts, and they picked up a turret. Having that turret taken down and the second turret very, very low, if they can win one more team fight, you could see a pretty heavy push coming out of Vertigo.
Absolutely, Dragon. Yeah, I think they're playing this smart right now. They're looking for the fight that they want to take. There's still plenty of time before there's another Kraken again, so they can be patient.
They absolutely can. I think, though, this is Gankstars' match to lose again. They basically have it wrapped up, but they have the better late-game hero comp. The Taka Sky is just so good at catching out Vertigo if they're not patient, and because there's very, very few turrets left, there's really very little fighting that Vertigo can do in the lane. This keeps Vertigo kind of lumped up back. Taka's able to get away very easily, so is Sky, and Adagio's buff is just being very, very effective. But if Vertigo can turtle and isolate, like we said before, Vertigo might be able to get back in this match.
Huge, just big wave clear there by Coeds. Finally happy to take a whole chunk of minions at the same time, probably getting the amount of gold that he was looking for a purchase here.
Yeah, and they're clearing the jungle. They're building up. You're going to see them all infused probably in the next second. Actually, flares coming out of Hoboni. They definitely don't want to lose sight of where Vertigo is. They got to be very careful. They got a very, very good vision presence on their side of the jungle with scout traps. That's very important. You don't want to lose that. It wasn't as good as it was when Vertigo got the ace, because Vertigo was able to clear some of that. But right now they've got some flares. Instead of risking a spot and putting scout traps down, they're able to probably predict it. But Vertigo comes in behind. You see, again, though, Josh taking so much damage. The stun does come out. Stuns down Excelsior. The Dragon Breath's coming in. Oh, Coez going down. He does go down. Victor's Mortalis, if they can get Excelsior, they almost got it. Excelsior going in. Does go down. Victor's Mortalis goes down. It's all Fredboy by himself. Can he put the poke onto Excelsior? He does not. Oh, he misses a Spitfire. So close. Excelsior goes down. Hoboni needs to get out of there.
Fredboy did a great job of capitalizing on Excelsior before he was able to. And
Vertigo gets the ace.
Fredboy was able to separate Taka from Adagio, and Taka by himself. He loves to 1v3 people as a hero, not exactly as a player, but his confidence doesn't always transfer.
Unbelievable. This is where you see Scarf start to scale really, really strong. You see the infusions now coming out of all of Team Gankstars. They're coming in pretty fast. Fredboy better be careful. Oh, Sky is so good at chasing. He does manage to take out the turret. He's got Goop to slow down Sky. I think that Coeds realizes he's got to be very careful. Scarf is extremely strong. Very, very good play out of Vertigo. And they are actually back in this match.
Huge Dragon Breath. They closed the gap down to about 4,000, which is a manageable number. Because at this point, people are building so much. It's just about infusions at this point. So it's if you have enough gold to stay infused. And there's infusions on both sides of the field right now. So these are going to be very even team fights.
And the biggest thing here is Vertigo's waiting. It's even on turrets. Whoever wins this team fight is going to win the game. This is it. Vertigo's in this match. They don't need to win two. They just need to win one. You see the Wolves come out. You see the chase coming in. There's Spitfire Goops. Oh, Excelsior does try to bring him down. You see the... Oh my goodness, Vertigo's winning this team fight. It's unbelievable. It's 2v2 now. You see Josh and Excelsior go down, so both carry support. But I think that Fredboy and Victors have the advantage. Without Taka there, there's just no surprises. They're going to keep pushing. They're going to clear. They may have to disengage. Oh, so it's going to be a draw. But it could have gone Vertigo's way. They almost graced in there and got the kill. If Josh hadn't gone down, he took all of that damage from Sky. It would have been devastating for Gankstars. But Gankstars managed to take out Josh. They're able to disengage very effectively, and they're staying in this game.
Yeah, they just got back to base in time, so Vertigo to back off there. They weren't too hungry. Looks like they're going to go for Kraken, though, but Coeds and Hoboni are closing in on this. We're going to have a little bit of fight around Kraken because this is a 2v2, so this is anybody's Kraken.
Yeah, you see them going in. They actually dodge the stun coming out. You see the ultimate. Oh, they're going to get Victrix. Victrix Vitalis is going to go down. This is very, very bad for Vertigo. They actually had a shot at this. Now they absolutely do not. They're going to have to go back. And now it's actually Gankstars, who probably knows that they've got a shot to take out Kraken. So they're going to go right at this.
I think Gankstars are going to get this pretty easily. Their best chance. Josh is not close enough right now to steal it. So Gankstars are going to take Kraken. They're going to go for the push. This is a pretty tough spot for Vertigo to be in right now.
It really is. 28 seconds. 28 seconds for Victrix Mortalis to get back up. And I think a lot of it was they actually were able to dodge his mist from Kestrel and prevent getting stunned. And actually, with the Adagio, stunning Victrix right in a position where he was compromised and taking him out. This is exactly what Gankstars need. They almost lost this. Vertigo almost coming back and winning. And this is Gankstars trying to push it to a game 3. 4 more seconds till Kestrel comes out. Fredboy just trying to poke away at this Kraken. You see Excelsior coming in. You have to know Fredboy has to know that he's there. Oh, he gets the goop actually onto Gankstars Excelsior. So Taka has to disengage. You know he wanted to come in there. They're just trying to take out this Kraken before it takes out one of their turrets. This is it, guys. This is the team fight.
The huge damage. Kraken's down to about a third right now, but they are pushing this turret down very fast. They're going to get that turret. Kraken's probably going to fall before the crystal breaks, but are they going to be able to take out Gankstars in time?
Gankstars is getting very, very low. You see the poke damage. It's so weak. Oh, and they get the crystal right at the last minute, almost taking out Gankstars. Gankstars gets it. Vertigo is going to pick up the last ace, but it's meaningless because the crystal is down. And Gankstars, almost letting it fall to Vertigo again, gets back into it and wins the game.
Fantastic game by both teams. I'd love to talk builds. I actually got booted out of that game before I had a chance to look at the builds, but uh,
Well, it's up on the stream. I'm going to hold it for just a second. You actually can go see it right. Oh, you can't see it on there. I'll run through it real quickly. Scarf going Eve of Harvest, Broken Myth, Frostburn. You saw a very, very similar thing on Koez. Only difference is Koez had Shatterglass. But it's surprisingly, Scarf was doing a lot more damage than Koez in some of the fights because of his poke. You saw Aegis across the board. Josh and Vertigo had a Fountain. You saw Crucible Fountain onto Hoboni. Whereas Excelsior just had Breaking Point, Tension Bow, and Heavy Steel, but that it's the Adagio buff that mid game was really, really helping him, but it fell off really strong. Taka was just not doing the same amount of damage late game.
Yeah, that was anybody's game at the end there. That was fantastic back and forth there. And you're right, Taka was a huge factor in the beginning, but he got so few kills near there at the end because he wasn't able to have the same damage output. And it was Fred Boy on Scarf that was the biggest threat on the field.
It really was. We're going to give everyone a second. We're switching to blind picks. I've just got to switch the teams out here, switching sides. Absolutely exciting game to watch. It was so close. Vertigo took a lot of beating early game. They played very, very smart. They were actually able to get right back into it. And you saw it was really a mid to late game strength push or spike from Sky and Taka Adagio. But